Hey, this is Kevin with AGL, and today we're at Oak Mountain Hobbies here in Pelham, Alabama to try and find a nice entry-level charger that we can grab, do a review on, and show you how to program. So let's go inside and see what we can find.
Hey Kevin.
Bo, so what's a good entry-level charger for us to do a review on?
I got a good one for you. Be right back. Oh, James has already got it. There you go. This is a great entry-level charger. It has everything you need as far as plugs, except unless you want to run Traxxas plugs or something. And it pretty much charges everything up to 1 to 6 cell LiPos.
Sure. And it's the right price. It's well less than $100.
Easy.
So we're going to take this one back to the shop, go all the way through it, show you how to program it, how to charge your batteries, do storage mode and all that good stuff, just like we were talking about in the other video, and we'll let y'all know what we think about it. Okay, we just got back from the hobby shop where we picked up our Venom PR2 charger. At the shop, they gave us this to demonstrate what they normally would give people that are getting into the hobby. This is a nice entry-level charger. It is capable of charging nickel metal, LiPo, and most of the batteries that we're going to be using for cars, airplanes, helicopters, that sort of thing. A neat thing about this particular charger is that it is AC and DC capable. So we have our AC plug, so we can plug it into the wall socket at home, which is very nice. You don't have to have an external power supply or something like that just to run your charger at home. There's also a set of Alligator Clips in here, so we can plug this guy into our car battery if we want to charge anything at the field, help top off our batteries and keep us in the air a little longer. One nice thing about this charger is that it does come with a good selection of various plugs here. We have a JST, so if you've got some really micro batteries for your planes, cars, that sort of thing. The Dean's collectors, very popular. A lot of the batteries either come with Dean's or XT60s. Your E-Flight stuff, we've got 2 connectors for those. We've got the EC5 and EC3. We also have a connector for a lot of your NiCad batteries. One for a glow plug igniter charger, and then one so you can charge your smaller receiver packs, your typical NiCad receiver packs that have a JST or a Futaba plug. One thing we're missing that would have been nice in here would be a Traxxas plug, because the Traxxas cars and batteries are really popular, and an XT60. There's lots and lots of batteries coming with XT60s now, and it would be nice if we had this one included, but you can always make one yourself. They're pretty simple, and they probably have some made up at the hobby shop. We just didn't inquire about that. So we're going to plug this guy up and show you some of the common features with it. One thing about this charger is that it's going to have pretty much the same protocol as most of your other chargers. We have an old Hi-Tech X4 and Omni and several other chargers. A lot of the Turnigy stuff, they're all going to operate pretty much the same. The buttons may be a little different, but the protocol, the way the thing's going to operate inside, is pretty much always going to be the same, despite the casing that your charger's coming in. So let's get this guy plugged up. Okay, so we've got our charger plugged in, and we started out with this test screen here to test internal resistance, and you can do that as your batteries get older to see if they're going to be able to retain their charge or not, but we're going to skip past that so we can get on to the meat of this. And we're going to push our status buttons, either minus or plus, until we find LiPo, and then we're going to hit start. And the first thing the first screen is going to be Lipo Charge, and it is defaulting to 6 amps at 6 cells. Now there are several different options for charging. You have just a standard charge, you have a balanced charge, a fast charge, a storage charge, discharge, and then we go back to the normal charge. We like to charge everything all the time in balance mode, and that is so that you can make sure that on your battery, all 3 cells in this particular battery is a Zippy 3-cell 1000 milliamp. All 3 cells have equal or very close to having equal voltage across those cells. So we like to start out with balanced charge. It sometimes takes a little longer because it will charge up the battery and then balance all the cells, but it's it's going to retain your investment better to charge in balance mode. It's going to help the life of the battery out a lot, and your batteries last longer the less you're spending on those, the more you can spend on airplanes. So we have, with this small battery, we have a Dean's connector. So we've pulled out our Dean's cord here. If you look on the right side of the charger, you've got your balance, or your positive and negative ports, and then you have some balance leads here. So we're going to plug this guy in. We're going to take our 3-cell LiPo and we're going to plug it into the second port. You have 2-cell, 3-cell, 4-cell, 5-cell, and 6. We're going to plug it into there, and then we're going to connect our Dean's connector here. Now, in our last video we talked about charging amps and discharge amps, the different C ratings. This battery has a 40C discharge and is rated for a 5C charge. Now, a 5C charge would be 5 amps, and we're not going to bother charging this little bitty battery at 5 amps. We're going to start out with a nice 1C charge to be gentle to the battery and help it last a little longer. And how we're going to set that up is we want to hit the start button, and you see the amps start to flash. If we hit the positive sign, we're going to scroll up, and we want to charge at 1 amp on 3 cells. 1000 milliamps equals 1 amp. So for a 1C charge rate, we're going to charge at 1 amp, and then hit start again, and we go over to our voltage selection. We can go up and down from 2-cell to 6 with this particular charger, or we're going to stick to 3. We're going to hold down the start button, and it's going to check to make sure that the battery is giving has the proper voltage that we're trying to tell it to charge at. So it's giving you the confirm screen to confirm that we are charging at 3-cell. We're going to hit start again. At the top here you see a Lipo 3S. This is the rate, the amps that is currently charging, the voltage that the battery is showing, our balance, and the time that this charger is running. If we hit the positive sign, then you can actually see your voltage per cell across this battery here, and they're all staying really close to each other. We go back, and we're back to this screen. Now we're going to stop this charge, and if you wanted to step it up to a 2C charge rate, then all you have to do is hit start, and we're going to increase our amps to 2 amps again, because we're going to charge at a 2C rate. 1000 milliamps equals 1 amp, and 2C would be 2 amps. And then we can start charging this guy at a 2 amp charge on 3-cell to try and help get it topped off a little bit sooner. Okay, so we have our 6-cell 4000 milliamp Zippy plugged into our Venom PR2 charger, and we want to try and determine the possible amps that we're able to deliver into this battery. And one neat little formula to help you figure that out is going to be your watts divided by the voltage. The current voltage in the battery should give you the amps that you're able to deliver into that battery pack. So we have a 50-watt charger. This gives us 50 watts. This is a 6-cell battery that is currently at about 23.5 volts. So we divide 50 by 23, and we end up with 2.1 and some change. So we should be able to charge this battery at about 2.1, 2.2 amps. Now this battery charger says that it will charge at 6 amps, and that's certainly true for most of your nickel metal, your lower voltage nickel metal, your 3-cell batteries, your 2-cell batteries. You should be able to charge at 6 amps without any problem. As you step up to 4, because of the increased voltage, your amps that you're able to deliver into any battery is probably going to drop to about 3.5, and then when we go up to the 6 cells, we're only getting about 2.1 to 2.2. So let's see if that formula is correct here. Now we have 4000 milliamps, which gives us 4 amps. If you remember from our 1C charge rate we were talking about in the other video, we have the battery charger set at 4 amps and 6 cells. So we're going to hold down the start button. We're going to get our confirmation screen. We're going to tell the charger that yes, we are trying to charge a 6-cell, and we're going to watch the amps here slowly climb up to where it's going to plateau. You can see the current voltage inside the battery is 23.34 volts, and the amps that are being delivered into the battery have crept up to 2.1 and are holding there, and they will more than likely hold there for the duration of this charge because of the voltage in this pack. If you want to be able to deliver more amps into your battery, then you're going to have to step up to a much higher wattage charger, a charger that's capable of delivering 800 plus watts probably, to be able to charge this guy at 2 and 3C rates. We have a Hyperion charger that can charge these batteries at 20 amps, but that's $270, and then you have to have power supplies on top, which are going to be at least $100 to be able to have that extra charge rate, whereas this charger from Oak Mountain was $70. So this is a really nice entry-level charger. Looking back at our amps, we're still holding at 2.1, and that's probably where we're going to hold for the duration. If we stop this guy for a minute and we look around the charger, you're going to see that we have our plug for our AC adapter. This is a barrel connector for our alligator clips, so we can plug this guy into the battery at the field. And then we move over to this side, and of course we've got our main plugs where we're going to plug in our leads to charge our batteries and our balance ports. Form factor, this feels like some pretty nice, reliable, durable plastic. I don't think it's going to hold dirt and get a lot of smudging or anything like that. It looks like a pretty nice charger. We're pretty impressed with it, and we hope you will be too. Alright, so that has been our quick little review of this Venom PR2 charger. What you're going to find as you look through several different chargers, and we've had several over the years, is that most of the protocol, the way the thing's going to function on the inside, is pretty much the same. It's almost always going to look the same. You'll have about 4 buttons, and that's how you're going to scroll through the menus. So that's pretty basic, and it's really easy to use. This appears to be a really good entry level, and for the price, it's going to be hard to beat some of the functionality, especially being an AC and a DC. A lot of the chargers you're going to see on Hobby King and Good Luck Buy and some of those foreign sites, they're going to be DC only instead of AC and DC. So that is one really nice feature about this charger that's going to end up saving you money in the long run. Now, we were scrolling through and we showed you how to do the different charge modes. We stuck with balance charge because that's going to be the best charge for the duration of your battery, to increase its life, to help with your investment on that battery pack, so you don't have to keep buying new battery packs. You can charge a Lipo at the field and a fast charge and all that, so you can try and get back in the air quicker, but it's not going to be as good as letting it sit there for another minute or two on balance charge and make sure that the cells are the same voltage across. And we also showed you, as we were going through, how to do the storage mode. The storage mode is going to work exactly the same as the other mode, balance or fast charge, normal charge. But that is really imperative that you keep your batteries in storage mode if you're not going to use them for a period of time, 2 to 3 weeks. We try not to go over 1 week with our batteries fully topped off before we either discharge them by flying them or put them in storage mode with our chargers. So make sure to utilize that feature in here to keep your Lipos and your other batteries in storage mode if you're not going to be flying or using those packs for a while. We are pleased to announce that we are going to be giving this charger away at our fly-in. Oak Mountain has generously donated this charger for us to do a review on, and then to give it away in the pilots raffle for our fly-in, the FPV fly-in at West Shelby RC. It's on April 11th and 12th, so it's going to be an all-weekend event. The gates are going to open that Friday afternoon on the 10th. So if a few people want to come out and camp, then camp out is very primitive. And we'll have the pilots raffle on Saturday afternoon, so make sure to be there for Saturday. And this is one of the nice items that we're going to be giving away, so we're really grateful to Oak Mountain Hobbies for donating this to that raffle. If you have any questions, comments about charging Lipos, any other battery, then leave some comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We try to stay really up to date with that. We want to thank all of our subscribers. We broke 200 and I'm really impressed with that. And it's nice to know that people like us enough to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to ask that you continue to do that, because as our subscribers as our subscribers continue to grow, then we'll be able to offer better and more informative videos, and hopefully do some more reviews working with Oak Mountain Hobbies here in the near future. Make sure that if you have a hobby shop locally, that you get out and you support the local business. We try to do our best to do that. In our area, we're really fortunate to have Oak Mountain Hobbies, and we try to get all the parts that we can from those guys. And if you need a charger, this is a good one to go over there and pick up. And thanks for watching. Charge lead for our glow plug charger. If you're running glow plug planes or helicopters, or a lot of the cars still have go plugs or go plugs.